then Mike from the Sunday Telegraph. Simon first.
Hello, Jurgen.
Hi.
Can I just ask you about the only thing that's been consistent in 2020 has been the form of Liverpool Football Club. How will you remember this year, given that you created so much history at a club, but in a year where it's been absolutely madness everywhere else? How will you remember 2020?
As a special one, 100%. So people told me from time to time, "Oh my God, now you became champion. It was 2020 when nobody could celebrate and stuff like this." And I saw it actually the other way around. Imagine this the year would have been like it was, and we wouldn't have been champion. Then the year would have been really rubbish. So now it's, for me, we had some highlights in a very tricky year, to be honest, in a very tricky year for the whole world. We set some highlights for our supporters, at least for ourselves, for our families, for our friends. And that's the way I see it. So it was a special year. I got a lot of experiences I didn't want to make in my life, but I had to, and I did, and will use it, hopefully. And I had some, and we created some memories, which I will never forget for sure, for a good reason. And so that's the year. And I think never before in my life, when, I'm not sure you say that in England probably as well, at 12 o'clock at New Year's Eve, you wish you all the best for the new year, stuff like this. Never before in my life, it was so reasonable. It was so serious when I say that, because I really wish 2021 will be better for all of us than 2020 was. And maybe we can, if we all wish the same, only this one time, all of us the same, maybe we can produce some positive energy. And it will help.
Okay, Mike from the Sunday Tell, and then Connor Dunn from the Sunday Echo, and then Joe Bernstein from the Mail on Sunday to finish.
All the best for Christmas.
Hi, Jurgen. Just you had the game against Spurs with fans, and now a lot of the other teams are now in Tier 4. We're seeing how much would that benefit yourselves that you can play in front of your home fans?
Look, in our specific case, I think now it's a massive benefit from an emotional point of view. So it's just nicer. It's just much more enjoyable. That's how it is. I think result-wise now so far, it didn't make the biggest difference. So we played in front of a full stadium and won, and with an empty stadium and with 2,000. So we won most of the games, not all of them, but some of them. So can see the massive advantage. But I wish for everybody that they could have it, honestly. But I don't know how long we will have it. And that's what this year showed us. Enjoy the good things as long as they are there, because probably you should not take them for granted. And I will never ever in my life take a full stadium for granted, 100%. And after working at Mainz, Dortmund, and Liverpool, I don't think I played a home game for a long, long time in a not sold out stadium. And I enjoyed it, but I didn't think about it anymore, how special it is. And that for sure I will do in the future much more than I did in the past.
Fantastic. Connor Dunn, and then Joe.
Yeah, hi Jurgen. Happy Christmas to you both, and happy birthday, Matt.
For you, yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. Happy turtleneck there, Connor. Go on, kick off.
Our best Christmas effort. Anyway, I just wanted to ask about Salah. So you have to go back to last Boxing Day where Milner took a penalty and scored. Salah's taken the last 7. So I just wondered, is he now Liverpool's #1 penalty taker? And if so, how is that decided? He seems to have the penalty technique absolutely down to a T now.
James Milner is #1 penalty taker, actually, but when James is not playing, then it's more. And when Millie is on the pitch, then he can decide. If it's how always, you don't feel 1,000%, or you think, come on, he scored already too, this kind of stuff. That didn't change. We didn't speak about it for a long, long time. And most of the time, probably Millie was not on the pitch, but I think I remember at least one when Millie was on the pitch and gave it to Mo. So for me, it's only important that the ball is in the back of the net after whichever player from my team shot the ball. And so Millie gave us a pretty impressive number of penalties he finished off, and more as well. And so that's for me both fine. And that's how it is in the moment. That's how the decision is.
And to conclude this Christmas Eve press conference, Joe Bernstein.
Last and least, Jurgen, there will be 2,000 fans in on Sunday, as Mike McGrath said, against West Brom. The new tier announcement this week means that Liverpool and Everton are the only clubs now in the whole Premier League that can have fans in. Do you expect other managers or pundits to complain, because footballers always and football clubs always look for an excuse? And also, how would you react if it was only Manchester City and Manchester United and nobody else that could have fans in?
What I can say, we have nothing to do with it. As a club, we have nothing to do with it. It's not that we decide any hand in the decision. So it says something nice about the Liverpool people, probably. We had the early mass test. I think I forgot already when it was exactly 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe.
Maybe longer than that, yeah.
Maybe longer than that. I don't know. I'm not a specialist, so I don't know exactly how that worked, how influential that was. But that's it, pretty much. Yes, if somebody would speak about it, but you mentioned you said the word complain. I don't know if people complain about these kind of things. So how I said, I wish for everybody who could experience it. I don't see it as a massive advantage, but it's just nicer. That's the truth. And I understand that everybody else wants to have it in the best possible way. And if we have 2,000 and nobody else has 100 or whatever, then yes, I can imagine that people will talk about that. But from my point of view, long may it continue that we can keep people in the stadium, but with the new tier system, it doesn't look very likely. Yeah? So there are still bigger problems out there. And as long as the deciders allow us to bring people in, I think that's a really good sign. In the moment when they say it's not possible anymore, then we have to wait for the next moment when it's possible again.
Okay. A reminder, everything that's been said in this section is 10:30 p.m. Boxing Day, which is the 26th of December. However you're spending tomorrow, I hope you all enjoy it, and hopefully we will at some point get to see you again soon in our buildings here. Okay.